to be your savior.
Here he's able to save it and soldier on. And now we've got caution. Travis Kvapil and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. together, our 10th yellow of the afternoon.
And we saw Ricky up there running 4th or 5th in the 18 car, racing hard with Ricky. Ricky on a different cycle. Ricky's mad at somebody right here.
They were racing for 22nd. Hard for me to believe Ricky Stenhouse Jr., who's been so consistent in his rookie year, still looking for his first top 10 this season. It's not going to happen today.
He just got talked down.
Yeah, he got talked down right there. Yeah, because he run up there and started passing cars.
Edge.
Yeah. Yeah, he wasn't trying to get back to the pits fast. He was going somewhere.
No one understands driver emotion like Wally Dallenbach. Here's the replay.
Let's see. Did Danica turn him?
Wow. They just got all hooked together there.
Yeah,
I couldn't tell from that
interesting dinner.
Yeah. They were just, it's hard to tell from that angle, but I mean, it's almost, a little bit of a replay from the accident that we saw before. You come down in there, you see him on the inside right there. He looks like he gets turned.
She may got hit. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to tell whether she.
Yeah. No, there's some damage on her. Well, there's some damage on her right rear bumper right there. But it looked like she got hooked to the right.
She got hooked, but it's almost like she got into his left rear quarter panel, turned him up the racetrack into the 93. So it's like somebody had got into her.
Wow.
Wow, they're running at each other right there. I think he ran back up there and ran into her. Which they'll talk to him after the race about that.
Yeah, Danica Patrick out of the race, Marty.
And out of her car. Do you know what happened, Danica?
Well, it's good to see it, to get the visual on it, but, what it felt like was either I misjudged the braking or everyone jammed up a little bit. I got sideways trying to slow down so that I didn't drive up in the back of anyone, and it just got sideways, and there's nothing you can do. The worst part is that, obviously I didn't want to take anybody with me. I feel bad. What can I say? We were having a reasonable race, and just didn't mean to do it.
But you're okay?
Yeah.
Right. Out of the car, though, and there's a lot of work to get that 10 car if they're going to.
He actually had to back up and almost stack the entire outside.
Around goes Kenson. And up into Tony Stewart. And cars are in the wall hard.
You see Carl Edwards there in the 99. Matt Kenseth in the 20.
Danica hadn't hit anything, and then her right front was hit by Ricky Stenhouse Jr. late in that crash.
Bright yellow car, Kenseth. He's coming down because Brad Keselowski slowed up. He was trying to get out of that lane, but like you said, the 22 of Logano was already there.
Logano got there. Matt decided he was going to hook a left and dive low.
Dale Jr. misses it on the inside.
Stenhouse was... Stenhouse was in the first crash. I don't think he had any steering, Larry, when he got to Danica.
To the wall. All good. Yellow's out, yellow's out, yellow's out. Wave them off.
If there's going to be a big wreck, it's behind you. You can see Ricky had been into the wall on the outside, and he's just helpless. No steering in that car.
And that makes better sense because what I saw in the first replay, it's like he never slowed down.
Now watch the 24 of Jeff Gordon. There's Ryan Newman getting by.
And look up top,
Gordon
Mike.
tipped up into the 99 of Edwards, and Kurt Busch piles in the 41.
And then here comes Stenhouse. Hard contact into the outside wall, into the back of Kurt Busch.
Lifted him up. Lifted Gordon up.
And now he's just a passenger.
Yep. You're riding with Stenhouse.
Check up, hold your line, check up, hard.
Wow.
Crash out of turn number 4. A multi-car pileup. Aric Almirola, his car all torn up. That is Michael Waltrip, who will not win his third Daytona 500. David Gilliland's car is crashed. Almirola's gone straight to the garage with his number 43. Gilliland stuck in the mud, and Danica Patrick.
That it looked like the 33 car of Brian Scott, something. And watch Danica right there. Man, that was a lick.
Brian Scott down right next to, and Kevin Harvick makes contact in the 4.
That's what shot
Scott.
Yep. That's what shot the 33 up the hill. I knew something had to happen because he just abruptly, the 33 abruptly turned to the right and went up the hill. We got our pole sitter involved. Danica.
Austin Dillon, Danica Patrick, Michael Waltrip among those involved.
You're wide in front of you.
With Danica Patrick.
The longest line. Just that 9 outside you. That's all you got out there. Stay to the bottom. Check up, check up, check. Good job, good job. Back it down, nice and smooth.
Yeah, you see the left-hand side here, and you can't push over there.
Even got him himself. He was, you know, it was not something that was intentional. He was just trying to push and help, but it actually even got A.J. Allmendinger turned around as also.
Wow, look at
big
Danica.
Impact by Danica into that inside wall.
Heck of a lick.
Didn't that happen to her? Oh boy, Stanley Steamer.
Whoa, there's
and around she goes into Kenseth.
Man. Oh gosh.
Up in the air and into the wall hard.
Man, Kenseth.
Man, I thought he was going to catch the catch fence back there. The way it landed was.
I am not believing it.
He's fine, boy. You got the window net down right away out of frustration. The 4 car, Harvick.
Danica climbs out. Radio cord gets disconnected.
Side
she's
down.
Right in the middle, the 5th car back.
I think somebody makes contact with. McDowell got her in the left rear.
Yep.
Yep. And that
no, she hit him in the right front. And when that happened, just got air underneath the car.
Is anybody left in this race?
Right behind the red 21. There's the 3 of them. Busch.
Oh, there they go. There we go. There was no way.
It's Kurt Busch up and over. Boyer's in it. Bobby Labonte's in it. Stremmy's in it. Jeff Gordon down to the grass.
Nothing else coming from behind you.
And Kurt Busch went over and over.
Boyer, McMurray.
They're just, guys, I'm with Denny. And, you know, having been in these situations several times, there's no way you can race that way and make it.
And for the 6th time in 7 Talladega races, a pileup in the last 8 laps. Look at Ryan Newman's wrecked race car. He's dropped the window net, assigned a safety cruise that he is okay.
The 78 car, Kurt Busch, it is destroyed.
Oh, and J.J. Yaley on track for his 2nd top 10 restrictor plate finish, and Danica Patrick, both torn up.
Yeah, J.J. Yaley in that 36, he had actually cracked the top 5 there, headed onto the back.
Some grip in these corners. Ooh, trouble, turn 1. Danica Patrick, Landon Castle tangled up. Castle going for a slide.
Yeah, we did not hit anything. Did not hit anything.
It looked like Danica had a chance of not hitting anything, but just back up on the track.
8th caution is out.
Bringing the pit road here has got some pretty heavy left front damage.
Racing for 25th and 26th positions on the lead lap. And I saw that it kind of looked like Castle went into turn 1 ahead of Patrick, and maybe she thought she could make a move underneath him, and things didn't go like she wanted it to.
Take this to the garage. Make sure you have oil pressure.
Or maybe there's more to it. This is off turn 4.
Like gets clear there. And she gets in on the bumper, but just doesn't get off of him. Right there's where you're talking, and you just turn it left and lock it down.
And she had a chance to not go up hit that wall if she just stayed on the brakes and kept it down there. It's like she's trying to save it, just kept driving it until it hooked to the right.
Yeah, at that point right there is whenever you should just, as a driver, realize that this is a spin, lock it down, and you can come get 4 tires. And that's the kind of things that she'll have to learn with these cars.
So watching that leads me to believe there's something earlier that happened.
This dude right here is getting awful brave. Still going to be down there. You're clear of him. Nice and smooth here. Easy, easy, easy. Just keep it off the wall.
Yeah, she certainly seemed to go in there with a purpose into the corner of at least sending a little bit of a message, but ended up getting the worst end of it.
This was earlier in the race.
Oh, yeah, a little history. Now we know the rest of the story.
All right, Jamie.
Well, as you saw there, the two of them working their way through the field together. Danica started in the very back. She was complaining about Landon throughout the race, and when this happened, Greg Zipadelli, her crew chief, came on the radio and said, you know better than to do that. So obviously he saw her at fault there. You see her now sitting in the garage trying to repair that 10 car.
Danica Patrick into the wall, spinning back down into traffic. White flag is out. This is the last lap of the race.
Does Harvick have enough fuel to get back here? See Kyle Busch almost spinning there inside of Denny Hamlin.
They're coming to turn 3. Patrick is driven away from the scene. The long dry spell for Kevin Harvick and Richard Childress Racing comes to a close at Phoenix. He slides to the finish line while they crash behind him. Keselowski threads the needle as cars crash to the checkered flag.
I don't understand why they didn't throw the caution there. The 10 car was losing a lot of fluid.
Mark Martin, Kurt Busch, Ryan Newman, all torn up. Patrick in the middle of it.
He can hop out.
Paul Menard. Side of the new championship leader's car.
He's lucky. That's all he's got.
Very, very fortunate. Yeah, that's a situation where you can't let that dictate. When there's an accident, the caution has to be thrown. I realize what we've been through and trying to get this done, but the circumstances shouldn't dictate that whatsoever.
Still a great win for Harvick.
Oh, what a great job he did of driving this car to victory.
Passed Kyle Busch on the outside on a restart with 8 to go. Got away from Kyle Busch on the outside on a green-white check.
Yeah. Between the 31 and the 10, there was definitely contact. Whether the 31 came up or the 10 was coming down, that's what makes this corner so difficult, Jeff, because what's the line? You can't follow the dotted line. What's the natural line of the cars into the corner?
Yeah, Danica was expecting Ryan Newman to go all the way down to like the left, put the left sides closer to the yellow line. She was protecting that spot, trying to, arc in the corner, and just Ryan Newman thought, hey, you're not coming down that far. So Ryan Newman didn't do that on purpose, but ultimately it looked like Ryan did not give her the room that she was expecting.
Straight away, big pileup. Danica Patrick and the 34 of David Reagan.
You're all set.
Blue right front.
All right, 10-4.
She and her Stewart-Haas teammate Ryan Newman now both those cars pretty well destroyed with right front tire issues.
But Darrell pointed out earlier, it's almost like their cars were driving similar. Obviously, both of them had the same problems. You can see it right here. Just dead in the middle of turn 4, the car just goes straight.
That's probably what caused her to jump. Let's see what happens here with her. You'll hear it. Bam. That first
Get low if you can. Low if you can. Pack's coming outside of you. You're good right there. You're all set.
Well, the first big noise was the tire, and the second was the barrier.
Happened to Jimmy Johnson here last fall. Probably cost him a championship.
David Reagan was the innocent victim. Reagan was racing Danica for 26th.
Get a move on him. Whoa, we got a
spin. Turn 1, up and into the wall, hard.
Wow.
It's Danica Patrick.
Well, you can hear a tire down here.
I was going to say, was that another tire?
It sounds like it.
She was in 19th.
She was running 19th.
Get out.
Yes. Get out.
Wow.
That's a hard lick.
Sent some fire inside the cars while she's in a hurry here to get out of the race car.
It's on the bottom here.
Underneath Casey Kane. Looks like Casey went to go tuck in behind her and just misjudged it. Got into her right rear, turned her into the wall. Hard impact.
Man, right down the straightaway here. Woo.
All right, let's ride along with Danica Patrick down into turn 1.
Right here at this part of the racetrack.
She's going by Casey here, making the pass, and man, he just clips her in the right rear and turns her into the fence.
Cars in the wall. Danica Patrick, David Ruderman, and more down in the grass. And Kyle Busch.
Yeah, it looked like Danica was basically in the middle of the racetrack. You see, going into turn 1. And just made a kind of an erratic move, and the car just jumped out from under.
Well, very similar to what happened to Kyle Busch on the first lap of practice yesterday morning, although he was able to just maybe hit the side more than the front. But the car just got loose as she tried to turn down in the corner.
Still lined up outside. 3 wide middle. Still 3 middle. You all right?
Kyle Busch.
Stay low, ease up here, ease up, get down, keep coming.
I'm not sure if he got maybe tapped from behind or if it's just that. No, I don't think there's nobody behind him, so that didn't happen. It's just this shows you how difficult it is with these cold tires. You try to turn the steering wheel at all, next thing you know, you're out of control.
Kyle and his brother Kurt having to start at the back of the line in backup cars after their crashes here. And yeah, that 18 just goes around.
You can see he's just starting to try to make his move to miss the accident, and the car gets away from him.
All the liquid trailing behind the 10. That was quite a shot.
It was. Yes. It was. That's a hard angle right there.
Night. How bad is it?
It's done.
And number 13 is unlucky for Danica Patrick. She was running
into the pits, please.
19th.
We'll go.
Gonna be a little contact here. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's real unfortunate because she did have an incredible race going to be on the lead lap at 435 lap. That was a race for position. Yeah, a lot of damage.
Front stretch wall has been an unfortunate place for Stewart Haas Racing tonight. All 3 cars hitting.
Yeah. Ryan Newman, then Tony Stewart, and now Danica Patrick. '19th place lead lap after 400 laps here at Bristol tonight. And out of it.
It's so frustrating as a driver. You worked your tail off all night long to kind of stay out of trouble, get yourself in position for a good finish or a chance at a win. But that's Bristol. That's what we come to expect here and what the fans have come to expect. And we're seeing a lot of contact tonight.
We're going to see another helmet toss. A finger point.
Yes. Can't say I blame her either. That could have been avoided.
Caution out. 13th time. Danica Patrick involved. Still 63 laps to go.
These drivers get that are lined up. Here comes Dale Earnhardt Jr. right there in the 88. Watch Burton. Here we go. Oh,
And she's all right after a hard crash, and the caution flag is out.
Somebody's going to come down into her, I think.
Almirola.
Yeah, right there. He got on the bumper of it. Looked like McMurray's car, the one, turned him a little bit to the left. Thank God for safer barriers.
That was a hard lick. It's almost that car didn't even look like it slowed down as it was going across there.
Bottom. There you go. Keep digging. 3 wide.
Goodness gracious.
Let's go on board.
Bottom. There you go. Keep digging. 3 wide.
Is that not? Did you see what she did with her hands?
Yeah, all that open wheel experience.
IndyCar, all that open wheel experience. She knew not to hold on that steering wheel. That is amazing. I saw her do that here in the ARCA race a couple years ago.
If you hold on to the wheel there, you can break a wrist easily.
Getting crowded up there in the front right now with the 42. Oh,
whoa,
trouble.
Big crash. Danica Patrick and Joey Logano and Aric Almirola.
Holy smoly. Oh, heavy damage there on Danica.
Those cars are killed.
And Almirola piling in at the last second and going up in the air. Patrick
Danica's
quickly out of her car.
Boy, she's out in a hurry.
Woo. No kidding, the thing was on fire.
And looking rather upset. Joey Logano's car is not going to make it back to the garage. Neither is Aric Almirola. The window net down on both of those cars. Signal to the safety crews the driver is okay. Now Patrick and Logano were 11th and 12th. Almirola was back in 23rd. Cars stopped at the entrance of turn 1.
Let's see what happened here, guys.
Oh man, it looked like the 22 just got loose.
I think that.
Oh man, what a ride that Danica went on.
Danica took a heck of a ride into the wall, and then the 43 just plowed in there.
Yeah, he had nowhere to go. I think he committed to the outside lane. Pretty big impact by the 43. As you could see, Almirola sitting in his car. He hadn't quite gotten out of the car yet.
Eric Jones right behind them, right behind Logano.
Oh, something
broke. Something happened on that 22.
Something had to break.
Keep coming here. There you go.
22 violently turned left right into Danica.
Top is good.
Oh,
right front. Yeah, I saw it blow the fender up.
I think that was a brake rotor.
Are you thinking what?
Yeah, and that's why it turned left. I think that disintegrated the right front brake rotor. Right as he went to the brakes, you saw it come through the hood, and what that do? It just turned the car to the left because all it had was left front brake.
It turned it dead left. I know that.
Patrick went for a wild ride and then got, bam, pounded again.